Hey, boss. Got another one for you.
Andreu?
You seen this latest article doing the rounds today? 3 weeks later and the press are still going with narrative of the rivalry at Connorsport. Still!
They just need an angle for Silverstone. Paid no attention.
But they're right, aren't they? It's not like Callie and Aiden are suddenly treating each other like teammates.
They just need time. It took me a while to warm to Aiden back in the day.
Well, that's because you were a grumpy old man.
Yeah. Well, some things never change, I guess.
Ha! Now you're just grumpier and older. I'll leave you to it. Ciao.
Bye.
What is Aiden's problem?
Okay, we'll have a word.
He's been so late into these corners. I have no space out here.
Yeah, we'll talk to him, Kelly.
This is still about Baku, isn't it?
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. job. That was the fastest lap of the race so far. Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining, 5 laps of fuel left. Okay, mate, final lap. Keep your concentration and let's bring it home.
You see, this is just another example of the Connor Sport drivers antagonising each other.
Yeah, but you've got to look at Ackerman as well. He's the one that can sort this situation out, and so far, he's letting them run wild.
His job is to keep control, and no matter what the season, no matter what the driver, Connor Sport just can't seem to gel as a team. So you've got to ask the question, really, what will it take? The faces on our top three look so incredibly happy as they make their way up to the podium. A much-deserved victory and a brilliant performance from them all.
Callie, this is your first ever F1 race at Silverstone in front of the home fans. So just try to put into words what that means to you.
Yeah, I mean, just to see the number of fans cheering for me really spurred me on today. And I used to come here as a little girl to watch the races, so it really means everything. It's a dream come true, to be honest.
Well, I have to say, it was tight out there once again between you and Aiden. You're not giving each other much space, are you?
I'm happy to give him space, but figuring each other out on a track is a process. It takes time, and it needs to work both ways. Right now, I feel like he's being a bit more excitable on the track than I'd like, but I hope we will get there.
Now, naturally, there has been a lot of speculation about the role of your father, Davidoff Butler, in securing your seat at Connor Sport. Just what do you say to the critics?
Okay, well, look at Gasly, Leclerc, Russell, and now everyone's suddenly surprised that an F1 team signed an F2 champion. I'm here because I can drive. People need to get a grip.
Thank you so much for your time.
Hey, Mum.
Callie,
You saw the interview?
would you like some loving parental advice?
Not really.
Yeah. All this stuff about your father, and you do know there's an element of truth to what they're saying. Like it or not, you've got to acknowledge it.
I don't have to acknowledge anything.
You can't make it go away by ignoring it, Cal. People will say all manner of nonsense if you don't accept it. She's privileged, they'll say. She's out of touch.
I don't care what they say about me.
Of course you do. You're only human.
I'm just here to drive.
If only it were that simple, darling.
Yeah. Look, I've got stuff to do, okay?
Think about it anyway. Lots of love.
I did not like Aiden. Not at all.
Why not?
I thought he was immature about what happened in Baku. I mean, like he never really got over it. He was aggressive on track, and the paddock talks. He just wasn't happy at Connosport. Thought he was too good for the team. He just had a bit of an attitude problem.
It's already complicated. And I've told you they don't need to know.
Well, it's your call, of course. But the dishonesty makes me uncomfortable.
We'll talk about it later. Yes?
Let's make this quick.
Or maybe we could give Casper a bit of our time.
This wasn't scheduled.
What, are you too busy for us now?
Just tell them, Casper.
Andreo, please.
Can we get started?
Yeah, Aiden's got a meeting at Mercedes he needs to get to.
Enough! Enough! Okay? This is what we have to talk about. It has to stop. Understand? If we can't pull together now...
If we can't pull together, we are finished.
Wait, what does that mean?
Andreo...
It means that if we don't finish 5th or higher, Butler Global will pull funding. And I don't think we'll find an investor to replace him. Not now.
Wait, what? Casper?
Yeah, it's true.
Well, then we're finished. Andrea?
We're finished.
So yeah, Dad brought me onto the team and then immediately threatened to shut it down.
Why would he do that?
It's kind of his thing.
Okay, Callie, I'm sure you've got questions, but we think we know what we're doing here. We've got information that says more rain's coming, and so, because we're the first ones to come and make this change, we can turn it into an advantage. So on your out lap, let's make it all count.
Copy that.
Use your overtake button more. It's time to utilise some of this energy. Come on. Aiden's coming in for his stop now. Okay, the stewards have now disabled DRS. DRS is now disabled. Okay, gap ahead is 1.7 seconds. We anticipate an end to this rain in around 5 minutes. Okay, push, push. Gap to the car behind, 2.9 seconds. Our gap to the car in front is 3.6 seconds. The track's drying, but it's going to take a while to clear the standing water offline. Don't start thinking about slicks just yet. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 8.5 seconds. That's just 5 laps of fuel remaining. Okay, car behind trailing us, 1.8 seconds. Situation's an interesting one, but I think the right call is to stick with what we've got for now. DRS has been enabled. DRS is now enabled. Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. Battery charge is high, let's use that overtake button a bit more. Okay, this is your final lap of the race.
Congratulations, Callie. You keep going like that, you might just prove me wrong yet. Callie?
Well, we said at the time that it might have been too soon, but in hindsight, Connosport really did make the right call. Mayer made the pit stop, changed to wet tyres ahead of everybody else. That was a real turning point in the race.
Yeah, you've got to get these decisions right, and not everyone did today. It's great to see Connor Sport taking their chances like that. Wonderful race by Mayer.
If they want to improve on last season, they've got to try and do something different. Well, they did that today. They timed it well. And Mayer, well, she continues to impress. Welcome then to the podium, our top 3 drivers. What a great effort from them today in a very difficult race.
Callie, great race.
What do you mean, prove you wrong?
I was just trying to congratulate you, that's all.
Prove you wrong about what exactly?
I didn't mean anything by it. I was just saying well done.
By reminding me how little you actually believe in me?
Callie.
You are a piece of work.
But it was a great race.
You said you'd keep him away from me.
I'll talk to him.
How is he getting involved on comms?
Well, he didn't ask, he just did it.
Yeah, he'll do whatever he wants until someone stops him.
I said I'll talk to him. That was a great result out there today. Let's forget about your father, okay?
Yeah. Good. Looks like he's found someone else to talk to anyway. Casper.
Hey, look, I've put measures in place to clamp down on who can access team radio from now on.
Thanks, I guess.
Turns out your father talked Mark into it. Said something like, "You're not going to keep me off team radio on my own team."
Yeah, well, Mark can be a bit of a pushover at times.
Yeah. But listen, you'll need to learn to tolerate your father. He's going to be at this press thing later, you know.
Yeah? Well, whatever happened to you, I'll do everything in my power to keep him away from you.
Running a team means making compromises.
But this was your call, right? You decided this?
Listen, I have a lot of people I'm trying to keep happy here.
And some are more important than others, it seems.
I'm really trying here, Callie. Look, I have to go. Let's talk later.
Mum.
Callie, I just got your text. Prove him wrong? He's got a nerve.
He really gets to me, Mum. I know I shouldn't let him, but I can't bear it.
Him and his little games. Call him out on it, Callie. Say something.
I did. I spoke to him.
And?
He said he didn't mean anything by it. He said I did well today.
Unbelievable.
What else do you expect? An apology? I don't know what to do.
You keep driving, Callie. That's all you can do right now. The rest is just fluff.
If only it were that simple.
Oh, fair point. Don't envy you, darling. Not one bit. I'll leave you be.
Bye, Mum.
The two Connor Sport teammates not exactly doing each other any favours this afternoon. For me, they're a little bit too close for comfort.
What is Aiden playing at? Tell him to back off.
Okay, Callie, he knows.
Clearly he doesn't know.
Yeah, same old stuff. Jackson really wants to make a move out there, but Mayer, no chance, not letting him past.
Towards the Curva Grande we go. He's going for it. It's really close. It's too close. There goes Mayer's front wing. Oh, Aiden Jackson, what happened there? This now seems like a running theme at Connor Sports.
Yes, this race is critical for them. When are they going to just pull themselves together?
Okay, box please, Callie. Let's get that wing replaced.
This is a joke.
Box this lap, please. Box this lap.
Yeah, copy.
And the gap behind us is 16.3 seconds. Okay, off we go, back into the race. Perfect job on the turn in there, mate. Looks like a nice stop time. We're happy with that one. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. Let's go. Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy. Great manoeuvre, you made it look so easy. Okay, so the gap to the car ahead, 2.4 seconds. Ahead is 15.3 seconds. Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining, 5 laps of fuel left. P7, you've moved into P7. Okay, keep an eye on that gap ahead, please. 2.5 seconds. Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. Nice move, keep going. Okay, this is your final lap of the race. The Red Bull drivers just completed a pass for the lead. We've only got 1 lap of fuel remaining.
So Mayer managed to pull it back in the end, but if this continues, Conesport are in real danger of sabotaging their own chances of a decent finish this season.
There is so much talent in that team, and yet they're their own worst enemy. The reason they're not making progress is each other. Ridiculous state of affairs.
And it's clear that Jackson continues to be the aggressor. Is it personal, Natalie?
Well, you know, it does seem that way from the outside looking in, but all I know is they just can't go on like this.
Well, what a thrilling end to an incredible Grand Prix weekend. Our top 3 finishers should be incredibly happy with what they were able to achieve out there today.
Now, once again, another eventful race out there today for Connor Sport, Callie. Is the team sabotaging its own chance of a decent finish this season?
Punditry is your job, Natalie. No, I am not here to comment on those kind of narratives. I will stick to driving the car, thank you.
Everyone is talking about Devon's return to Connor Sport today, so is it good to have him back around again?
I mean, never tell him I said this, but I don't mind having him around. He's the most infuriating person I've ever met, but he knows the sport as well as anyone, and it'll be good to have his input.
Tell us, if you can, about this rumor circulating about a rift between you and your father, Davidoff.
Well, sorry to disappoint, but no, that's not true. He really cares about the team, and he wants me to do well. It may be fun to say that there's a rift in Connor Sport, especially when there's family involved, but it's just simply not the case.
Now, in the past, you've refused to acknowledge the role of your father in getting your current seat at Connor Sport. Why is that?
Okay, I'm not taking any more questions about my father. Ask him about his involvement.
Thank you so much for your time.
Go on then, let's have it.
That's no way to answer the phone. Media training rule number 1.
Say your piece, mother dearest.
Fine if you want to be like that. You have a problem confronting issues, you'd be better off dealing with them and moving on. There, I said it.
Have you been talking to my therapist?
No, but I'm serious, darling. The more you ignore these questions from the media, the more they'll haunt you.
It's none of their business.
But that's where you're wrong, darling. It's quite literally their business. It's how they make their living.
Whose side are you on here?
Look, I'm trying to help you manage the situation. I know it's not easy.
Yeah, you're certainly right about that.
Anyway, forgive me for sticking my nose in again. I'll let you go, Cal. Ciao.
Casper.
Hey, Callie. I just wanted to apologize.
What? Why?
Well, I said I would keep your father away from you, and here you are in the media answering all these questions about him all the time.
It's fine, Cass. They were always going to ask me that stuff.
Yeah, I know, but, thanks for bending the truth a little out there. It does show the team in a better light.
I've got no issues lying about something that's none of their business.
I'm just sorry that you had to.
Don't worry about it, Cass. It's no big deal.
Yeah, but it is to me. So, thank you, Callie.